twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Dyche'd Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, all right.
Looking good. Looking good. Back to August Arsenal? You know? Just
I don't know. I mean, these games leave me tossed. So I didn't feel like they played the worst game of the year or anything like that. But
anyway,
welcome
to the podcast, Dyche'd Two Minds. I'm E. Marshall. That's Fitz at Gooner Rush, and not a lot jumping off the last few weeks. Were at least nobody got sent off today.
Coincidentally, nobody on our team needed to came even close to getting sent off.
Right. We're gonna talk about that.
Talking about this other squad though, this Burnley squad.
Let me get some shit off my chest for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal hosted Burnley. I can't stand Burnley.
No.
For obvious reasons. They've been a thorn in my side for a long time. And we lose. We lose 0-0 to Burnley. Oh my gosh, we didn't lose. We drew against them. No, we lost. We're not going to play for 18 days. They're sitting bottom of the table. We needed these 3 points. We needed them bad. And I'm just Gooner and Callie summed it up perfectly. I'm sick and tired of dropping points and I'll add on to that, to sorry ass teams. Teams we need to be going after and opposing ourselves. And another thing with Burnley, dude, you're sitting bottom of the table. You're playing against Arsenal, a team known for making a huge mistake and giving poor opposition a chance to get all 3 points. And you don't even try.
Just anti-football.
Your whole existence was to frustrate and just be a dick, not even win the game. And you need the points. They'll say, oh, well, we got a point at Arsenal and that's good. And whatever, dude. We're ripe for the picking and you didn't even try. You didn't even try. You just tried to be a dick all match.
I'll disclaimer this term ahead of time before I say it because it's not what you think, but that's dyke ball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's his name?
Dyche.
Sam Dyche?
Yeah.
Dyche. That's Dyche ball. Excuse me. Dyche ball.
I like that. I like dyke ball better. You know what I mean?
But I mean, you could just see it in his eyes. Like he was very proud that all they did was really just go around and beat us up all day.
Right. They kicked so many lumps in poor soccer that he wasn't worth a damn the last 5 minutes of the match. Poor bastard. But so I just wanted to get that off my chest. To just your whole existence is to just be a dick, out on the football pitch.
Yeah.
You're not trying to win, even though you need all 3 points. They played so anti-football that there was a couple of chances they had late in the match to do something, and they didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had like 3 fast breaks in a row.
Yeah.
We're stretched thin. Everybody's pushed forward. They're on the counter. They got us, and it just completely just whipped.
Yeah, well, the first guy, he got away so far, I was like, oh boy, this is a breakaway. But he was so slow that all of his boys came up and caught up. And I was like, oh, he did have options. At first, immediately you're thinking, oh, okay, he's got a breakaway one-on-one with the keeper. But no, that's like we still got back to defend and he still.
What's so clowning about that is like, why didn't you just run to the corner flag and just keep killing time? Why you
Yeah.
gonna try to score?
Yeah.
You ain't been trying all game. Why try now? And it just completely went to dog shit. All three of their little fast breaks late. But yeah. So
So
it
in the
worked. It
beginning,
frustrated us.
the only thing I noticed with the lineup when I looked was wow, this is Burnley, and the starters better get after them because we had nobody on the bench except Nketiah. Every other name on the bench was like who? I mean, I saw Charlie Patino on there,
Right.
but there was a bunch of names of guys that were like, wow, I don't even know who these people are. Like, I mean, hey, sorry guys, listeners, I'm sure you guys know who these guys are, but I don't. I'll tell you that now. So I was just like, I know Burnley they classically just try to just drub it up and just play physical with us if we have difficulty scoring. But now, I mean, if I can just put a little defense out there, a defense, it's not a defense to the fact that we just drew against the last place team in the league. We took our chances. I mean, we attacked from the corners. People
in the second half, there was.
People were making moves. People were trying to do things. We were cutting inside. There was some nice runs during the game, I thought.
Only in the second half.
I'll tell you what my biggest problem is. I'm sure we'll get to this more, but we're just not clinical. I mean, we get in positions, but when I see some other teams all over Europe, if they get into position that is just a gimme, they put it away. And we don't often. We hit woodwork. We just scrape it over the side. We're always close. It looks nice, but then it doesn't work out. And we're just not clinical. So this is my question to you. Is there anything a coach can do to make our accuracy better, to make us more clinical? A coach? Or is this just a testament that our team, although we may have talent in a lot of ways, we might not have any shooters. We don't have any real scorers.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of playing without a top striker, But I didn't see us hitting the woodwork, or I didn't see any of that in the first half. There was nothing going on. We weren't aggressive. We didn't really go after them.
First half?
Yeah. To me, the second half, we turned it on. Only halfway through the second half did we really start being like, oh shit, we better really, apply some pressure and do some things. We got a lot of corners. But yeah, the delivery wasn't as good as it's been lately. But yeah, who missed some good chances?
So
Laka didn't take. I mean, Laka passed off a few opportunities where I thought he freed himself. He made
his first shot, he moved beautifully into position and just flailed it right. Which I couldn't see until you saw the next angle of the shot. It looked like it was close at first, but then it wasn't nowhere near.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe got the shot down the middle on the corner, but that was late in the game.
The keeper
saved it.
That was a great save.
Saka about 3 or 4 times cut inside the guy, came to his spot, let shots go that, I mean, they were hard hit and heading the right direction. He saved a couple of them. A defender towed one. He did just slide it left of the post one time. Like,
yeah. No, I mean,
Martinelli took a couple shots that, I mean, to me, ill-advised. Like, he probably should have held up and looked for somebody, but he took shots on goal. I mean, he was taking them.
Yeah.
They weren't, and that's the clinical part I'm talking. We take these shots. We do take shots.
Yeah. I mean, the shots. Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I just, I didn't, I saw like I guess I saw a different game. I didn't see a team come out and try to win the game in the first half. I saw, slow build up, nothing jumping off, no real chances, a few shots from outside the box, some corners, but I didn't see a team really trying to get all 3 points until halfway through the second half. So that's why I do these podcasts, because, to see what you saw, get your thoughts, and then tell you how wrong you are about all your thoughts. Now I'm playing.
My way to do it is to now explain why.
Okay.
He was worried about the CDM thing. It was Odegaard and
Smith
and
Rowe.
Sambi
Yeah.
down deep with Smith Rowe in the middle. And he didn't have his guys that he loves, that, the ones that get red cards. Those, he didn't have those guys,
Right.
that
They
he
would
could
have played.
trust.
They would have played good today too, because it was bad opposition.
Oh yeah,
They
except
always
maybe Xhaka loses it, because they were definitely trying to bait us.
Right. No, yeah, that's a good point.
So I think he pulled him back a little bit, maybe, whatever.
Yeah.
That's on him, though.
That's a bad call, because
these are just like soft excuses why what we're saying is, how come the manager didn't get this figured out? It's the 20th place team, and we're supposed to be trying to push for the top 4.
We're not going to
figure it out.
The only way we lose to Burnley is if we play like we played today. That's the only way. So you play the opposite way. Play with your hair on fire, run around there, press, let them have the ball and press them and see if they'll make a mistake. Don't just keep it, passing it slow, going sideways. And if the strategy was to get it out wide to Tyranny so he could put crosses in the box to Laka, how many times do we have to say this? That's not going to work. Laka doesn't score a lot of goals with his head. He just doesn't. He doesn't, and if that is the plan, maybe play Nkita today. He
can get to headers better than Laka can, I think.
I've seen him, attack those balls. And I'm not saying Laka doesn't attack balls or he isn't aggressive and he isn't a nuisance, but if the plan is to have Tyranny float little, Burnley's got big ass white boys on their team, and they just eat that shit up all day. They invited. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just.
I got another deep take that just hit me during the game.
Yeah, go for it.
Just because I'm stuck on this whole, like I even thought about more, like, Odegaard on the break, he flipped it up over to a cutting Smith Rowe in the box, like, and it didn't work out.
Right.
And that's part of clinical. That's part of not being clinical too. Like, we can get the ball into deep places and into positions that we should be able to at least put good shots on goal, put the defenders in really bad positions, and we just don't finish. But like watching soccer today, and one thing feels like it's obvious that you would feel good about the fact that, he kept getting the ball and going at the guy, trying to figure out, do I go inside of him? I'm going to try to go out of him. I'll play the 2-man game with, Ben White, which that was shaky today.
Well, what happened to Tomiyasu? I'm not up
something
on
about he didn't train the last couple of days. I'm not sure if it's
they kind of rushed him back for the semifinal. And he didn't play too well that game, and I guess maybe anyway.
So
he didn't play.
I'm just thinking about Saka's position out there on the right wing, and I know for just a weird reason, it's weird that I bring up Robin so often, but like a guy like Robin, he had all the skill in the world to go and try to do other things. He could go around you with his right if he wanted to. Every once in a while, you'd see him pull a shot off with his right, just because he knew everybody plays my left so hard,
right?
But in the same regard, he knew he was so deadly cutting in on his left and letting it go that he really didn't give up on that during the game. When Arsenal would play Bayern, he would just 6th time, 7th time, 8th time cut it in on the left, whip it to the back post. Maybe I'm shooting. Maybe I'm sticking it to a guy that's cutting on the back post. Either way, Saka, I believe he's to the point where he could basically do that against any guy he's facing on that corner. Just about every single person he faces.
Right. And
He's going to the well.
He's legitimately 2-footed. So he's really got the defender on their heels.
Yes.
And yeah. I thought
so. You know what I mean? Keep going to the well, because just because it didn't work 3 times doesn't mean that you're not baking that guy. You're just using them, and keep using them, because it's gonna work out. Right. It's gonna work out one of these times. Just keep doing. But then, you know, he started trying to do the little, like, here, I'll dump it and go inside the box and pop it over the top to me, or slip it in the inside. And I'm like, man, I don't know. It's just like they can't really stop that little cut on the inside from you. Keep going. Just keep doing it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things about, you know, this team being so young. I saw a lot of that today. Martinelli's decisions are sometimes like, they just calm down, you know, just slow down and you know, play right. You know what I mean? You're so fast, your feet are so quick. You're okay. You're gonna whoop who's ever ass is in front of you. You just have to slow down, make a good decision. You know, at that final, either you're gonna shoot or you're gonna slip a little pass. He needs to slow down there. And as far as Saka looked a little frustrated. You know, they were being a little physical with him, kicking lumps in him. But you're right. He doesn't. It's like he was trying to really show off his right foot today, instead of, you know, cutting back in on that left and, you know, firing shots, or maybe putting in crosses to the far post, you know, somebody making a run. And just keep trying that. I didn't think we got the, you know, Smith Rowe got going early in the second half. Finally, we started finding him. He made a few good runs, but, you know, I don't think we find, you know, if he's playing, I don't think we get him the ball enough when he's out there, because he's somebody that's going to make something happen, or try to at least. Laka,
you know, his role when he plays in the middle is to just kind of free roam a little bit more.
But they don't spot his runs, dude.
But I don't know if I like him free roaming the same way I like Odegaard free roaming. Like, you know, like Martinelli's job out on that left is just to be direct and just keep, you know, do your thing, and be real direct about it. That's why even like today when Martinelli, you know, the way he finished all of his plays and stuff, it didn't work out. He didn't look good. But I still don't have a problem with the fact that he keeps going at those guys. And it's just like, you can count on it. And if I can count on that, I'll take it. I'll take it all day.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I don't, like I said,
swing it out there when you see him. Swing it out there. You know, we did a lot of that diagonal pass all the way across the field to Saka and to Martinelli, both sides.
Yeah.
And that gives those guys that opportunity, some space, like, hey, let me try to see what I can do. And they always they go at the guy. They go at it.
That's completely fine. I don't have a problem with that either. It's just one of those things I have to remind myself, these guys are young, and there's a learning curve, and there's gonna be, you know, ups and downs. And today was one of those downs. I just think as a whole, swinging it out there to them and watching them try to make something happen is fine periodically throughout the match. But for the most part, you know, how would City approach this game today? How would they approach this game? They would spread out wide, and they would pass the ball on the ground very quickly to people on their team. Every now and then they would spray a ball out wide to Raheem or the other dude on the other side, Foden, and see if they can make something happen. But for the most part, they're going to keep the ball. They're going to spread everybody out wide, everybody out wide, everybody spread out, and we're going to make these fuckers run and chase the ball, and we're going to slowly break them down with passes on the ground, cut through the middle. That's how we're going to beat them. And we did the complete opposite of that. We spread.
You know what? You made such a good point there, because I did note to myself, like, too much. You know, I'm in support of, there's times when you have to just lump the ball down there because, you know, oh, you backed yourself into some kind of a corner. Okay, lump it down and we'll just regroup. Too much of that today, though. We should have been quicker and faster than these guys we were playing against. Yes, like you said, Man City would have just zip through the middle of the pitch and made their passes and moved on down the field.
And when we lost, and when Man City lost it, they would do everything in their fucking power to get the ball back immediately before it crosses the halfway line. Everything. All out.
Yes.
All out press, get the fucking ball back, and start making these guys run again.
Yeah.
Spread out, quick passes, and let's get these fuckers. We did the opposite. We spread everybody out, but then we, dilly-dally on the ball, pass it slow, so they could just retain their shape and barely have to chase. They just kept a nice little pack, tight little unit in the middle, and, nobody really had to chase. We just made it too easy for them in the first half.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, okay, let's try to really go at these guys. But, there was one stretch where Ramsdale, he did something. He made a great save. They almost scored on the corner. They kicked it out of bounds. He got it. Instead of lumping it up the field, we played it out from the back. And we caused a little, we had a little, that's why you play it out from the back. We got a little fast break and we created something right quick just from doing that. But for the most part, all his little philosophies, they weren't there today. Playing it out from the back.
I relate a lot of sports to other sports to try to understand, or to just, analogies that just make you understand. But like in boxing, so like you were saying with Pep and Man City, they run that guy out wide, but they don't just make that the focus. They're gonna beat you up in the middle, just like a boxer goes. If you want to hit a dude in the head, go to the body.
Right.
Hit him in the middle, hit him in the middle, hit him in the middle. Surprise, he got you. He hit you in the head. And that's how he uses his wingers.
Yeah.
So
if you can't get to the byline and you're a Man City winger, then kick it back out. Let's start the whole fucking thing again. It's torture.
But as that team has beat you up in the middle of the pitch so much, you've been chasing back and forth, turn around. You're tired. Oh, right. I forgot. Riyad Mahrez is way over there in the corner now by himself. And he's about to spank somebody now because he's all by himself,
Exactly. It's torture.
Same kind of philosophy with the Ramsdale thing, like you said. The last few weeks, Ramsdale's been outletting those passes down the field so nice. Mm-hmm. I bet you that Burnley, through their tapes, was like, hey, don't give up that long pass he likes to make out to Martinelli or out to Saka on the corners. Right. They've been getting behind fools like that. Mm-hmm. So now he runs up and passes the ball with his hand, and it's open. The threat makes a team play a certain way, and I think I wish that we have that kind of talent that we can make a team have to be on their heels. Think about how we are going to come at you,
and we do. It's just we're not implementing those tactics consistently. When we play, and that's the manager. Even if we don't at this stage, they're young. Make them play that way. So it's inbred in them. It's drilled in them that this is what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. You can't do it every once in a while. As far as play it out from the back or press,
I'll still say the essence.
But it could be because we're tired and we got a thin squad and we got a bunch of kids on the bench from the academy or whatever, and that could be the case. But we needed to win. We needed to win this game. This was an all-out desperation. We got to beat this team, and the only way you can beat Burnley is by playing frantically and applying pressure to them, and just really trying to get that goal. At least if you get a goal, you make them come out of their shell a little bit. Probably not, because they're such a fucking pathetic.
They still be convinced they can maybe get one corner and try to just nick this.
Right. Let's not give them two. But
I will say too, I mean, and it's just, there's a reason why we draw a comparison to Pep a lot. Arteta coached with him, blah, blah, blah. And you really do see that you see like he's gearing up. He wants to try to play that style of ball, I think.
mm-hmm.
But to me, I'll never back away from the essence of Pep ball is when you lose the ball, go get it back.
Immediately.
Everything you can to go get it back. He in his mind, he'll do the rest because I'm going to put the right players on the pitch that can handle balls in tight situations, and we can get out of trouble. Just go get the ball. Just go get the ball, and everything else is fine.
It's imperative to everything we're trying to do.
Yeah,
you have to win the ball back immediately, and you have to play it out from the back.
Because
that starts the stretching of the defense. Everybody gets stretched out. Oh shit, that got by you. They're on the break. There goes Raheem. It's chaos for the defense, and now everybody's scurrying to get back into position, and it's too late at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why it's no fun when we have to play City as an Arsenal fan, because you're just gonna not have the ball, and it's just gonna be a mess. But yeah, put it this way, Liverpool kind of do the same thing, although they're a little more frantic with their pressing, especially in the middle part of the field. They'll let you get close to the middle, but it's not gonna be fun. Whereas Man City, as soon as they lose it, they're running after you. Everybody's fucking going crazy trying to get the ball back. Liverpool, like the way they beat us, I mean, they're just a smarter team. They play that way more often. Their anticipation. I was watching that second leg.
I don't want to beat a dead horse, but a lot the same way, like I was saying about like Robin and all that.
Yeah.
Like they do what they do, and they just it's almost boring. Right. That what they're going to do is try to get Salah or Sane down the side and work it outside in. And they're going to do it every single time on you, and it's just like, man, you get tired just running up and down the field trying to chase those two.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal if your team doesn't have, you got to be smart when you play against those teams. You got to have anticipation. When I was watching, back to my point, when I was watching that game, the second leg, like when those little balls are in the air, and an Arsenal player has it, he'll just frantically just wail at it somewhere, whereas if the shoe's on the other foot, Liverpool, they're actually trying to pass it to somebody, or somebody, when the ball goes up, you see somebody making a run, and whoever's going to head it is heading it into that direction. Their anticipation, or if they're pressing and they swarm somebody, you see somebody go get in the pass lane and make it hard for you to make that pass. They got their shit together. They're dialed in. Whereas we're just kind of trying to still figure it out, I guess, Are you still there? he froze up on me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep going. Look at his face. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play this for the whatchamacallit, the people out there. Let me turn this up, just so you know what type of ghetto podcast you're listening to.
My power just went out. Yeah, the whole house.
Anyway, we've said enough. Arsenal dropped 3 points today, as far as I'm concerned. And, we don't play for 18 days. This was an opportunity to have be up in the top 4 and battling for shit. So, young team, there's going to be peaks and valleys. And it looks like we're in a little valley again. Not fun, but we still support Arsenal, but we're going to be critical, especially in days like this. And I think the manager needs to take this time to figure out how you can get a little more consistency with this team, especially against lesser opponents. And I think the main thing they need to do is just be more aggressive, you know? Be desperate when you play against a Burnley, you know? Put them on the back foot and just make them do what they got to do. Hold on, he's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back.
Well,
I was just wrapping it up.
good, because I can't even hear you.
Oh,
the volume's bad when we do it this way for some reason. Remember, but anyway, peace.
Peace out, homie. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.